Good afternoon, family. Thanks for checking out today's video. If you're new here, my name is Jonathan, and I created this channel as a way to record my progress as I work towards my goal of losing 300 pounds in 3 years. If you would like to join the family, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, click on the bell icon so you get notified when I go live or post new videos. And make sure if you like the video that you hit the thumbs up button there as well. Aunt Day's Kitchen, Carrie, and Pretty Girl's moms all saying hello. Hello. I'm having some technical difficulties. I'll get into that in just a second, but I'm glad to see the chat is up now. If you'd like to participate on the discussion, you can join me live most weekdays, or outside of my live streams, you can consider joining the Discord that I created. There's a link for that down in the description below. Also, if you're interested in getting some ideas of the meals that we enjoy, we've created a link to a Pinterest board that has some of our family's favorite whole food plant-based meals on it. Today is day 565 of my 3-year challenge to lose 300 pounds. I've used a combination of extended water fasting and a whole food plant-based diet to lose over 210 pounds so far. I have a little over 17 months left to go, and I'm excited to reach my goal and to maintain this weight loss for the rest of my life. If anybody has any non-scale victories they'd like to share, please share them below. If you are on a diet and you're succeeding on your diet, let me know how you're doing on your diet. If you've fallen off track or you're trying to get started, let me know what's keeping you from getting started, and what steps are you going to take to make staying on your diet or getting on your diet easier than the alternative. Let's switch over to this. Yeah, so I've been having some goofy problems with the YouTube, I guess. I wasn't expecting the one that I just had, but yesterday's video, the live stream I did, something that I said or did or had in the description violated some sort of YouTube's terms of service, and they forced the video to be private. And so any comments that people made, I didn't really have any access to. So this morning, I just took that same video, I downloaded it to my computer, and I re-uploaded the video as it was. I just didn't put the same stuff in the description, and I guess we'll see what happens to today's video. But then today, when I went to go live, I set everything up and how I usually do. And I hit live and I was talking, and I noticed that the privacy on the live video was set to private. So I had to end it and kind of restart everything. So I hope you guys were able to find me okay today, because I'm not exactly sure what was going on with the YouTube system. It kind of worries me though, because YouTube can just kind of arbitrarily decide to stop one of my videos or to turn off my channel. I don't have any real control over my content on this platform in the end, because it is all on their servers. And I don't record these videos separately and keep them in my log. So I don't know what happened with yesterday's video, but it seems to have trickled on to today's going live here. And I hope that everything is okay. You know, the notice I got that they set the video to private said that there wasn't anything that, like, it wasn't like I had like a copyright strike or anything that had a negative impact on me. They just set the video to private. So I don't know what the deal with that is. Aunt Day's Kitchen said that one scale victory ended up walking a mile and a quarter. Yes, she walked a mile and a quarter yesterday. That's awesome. You got out, got some exercise in, get that blood flowing, and Really, the weather has been really good where I'm at, and it's been great walking weather. Carrie actually gave me a hard time last night about taking the dog for a walk, and I did not end up taking the dog for a walk. I probably should have, for both the dog's sake and my own, but I did not yesterday. So yeah, that's awesome that you were able to get out and do a little bit of exercise and get that blood flowing. So we got the weekend coming up. I hope everybody had a good evening since last night. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. I'm gonna put up the food that I had since yesterday. We had a new dinner item, I guess, or a different item than we've had in the past for dinner, and it was called Vegan Jambalaya. It was from a cookbook called The Plant-Based Cookbook by Ashley Madden, and it was awesome. I really enjoyed it. You can see there's lots of wonderful vegetables in there. Brown rice is the base, tomatoes, there's some peas, there was kale in there. There might have even been spinach in it as well, but there was definitely kale, because if I had any complaint in the meal, I guess, or not a complaint, but the meal was really good. It might have been better without the kale, just because it kind of threw you off a little bit. Everything was real soft and real great texture, and then you had these big kind of rough pieces of kale in there as well. But I think that it was a great dinner. It really, for me, it felt very similar to just the Spanish rice and beans that we have. And, just a little bit, obviously there's more ingredients in this. It takes a little bit more time to prepare this, but I was a big fan of it last night. I know Carrie really enjoyed it as well. And it's definitely something that we will be having more of that. Also last night, I'm pretty sure I had some Ezekiel bread. I feel like I ate a lot last night. And I can't remember everything I ate. I know I had a banana and some oranges, Ezekiel bread with nut butter. I don't know if I had shredded wheat last night. I think I did. I think I had shredded wheat too. So I feel like I ate a lot. And then Carrie's calling me out. I had sourdough bread last night as well. She had just baked a loaf of it, and it was very hot and ready to go. And I had a little bit of that last night as well. So I felt like I ate a ton of food. This morning I got on the scale and it was up a little bit since Wednesday, but with the amount of food I ate, I wasn't surprised that it went up, and that will kind of level out or work itself out, and it'll start going back in the right direction. A big thing that I probably could do to help with my calorie count, if I was real worried about it, would be to get rid of that Ezekiel bread and not have that with the nut butter, and find something else to fill my stomach with that's just fewer calories per pound. Reduce the calorie density. I'm still going to want to eat something, because if I am feeling hungry or wanting to eat those things, it's probably because my body is wanting more food. So I just have to make better choices and make sure that I eat the lower calorie dense food. Carrie's saying that we received the balsamic vinegars from Chef AJ yesterday from the California Balsamic Company. That was one of the things. We tried a little bit of that on the sourdough. It was good, just to kind of get some flavor to the sourdough bread. I like eating the sourdough bread with the garlic habanero sauce, or the mustard, garlic habanero mustard. That is another company I'm pretty sure Chef AJ promotes quite a bit. Or just eating the sourdough plain, without any type of butter or anything on it. I enjoy that a lot of times too. So it's a little bit of work to make your own sourdough. Every night, Carrie's kind of getting things prepared before we go to bed so that it's ready to go in the morning, or so she can cook it the next day. Let's see. Aunt Day says, I could do the 30-day no nut challenge. That sounds very, that could be taken the wrong way, the no nut challenge. That Chef AJ did when they discovered calorie density. She was challenged by Alan Goldhamer. God, yeah, I probably could do the 30-day no nut challenge, but that seems like I'd be missing out on having those wonderful cashews and that wonderful almond butter. I will entertain that idea though, but I'm not going to worry about it unless I see another big stalemate on my weight. And it wouldn't be that tough to eliminate it because we have lots of food, like the picture that's up here, and other recipes that we have that don't use any nuts, and I would probably see some success by doing that. But yeah, I'll have to keep that in mind. I'm not on board to do that right now, but it's definitely something that I probably should do, or I could do if I really get concerned about my weight loss here. Let's see. The only other photo I took of food was breakfast this morning. It's our oatmeal. I threw a generous amount of the seasoning. It's a no salt seasoning. I'm not sure what it's called. And then you can see I put a little bit of lemon juice on there as well. I just hadn't mixed everything together. Really love this breakfast. Very filling. Always hits the spot. And it's funny how oatmeal just hasn't gotten old for us, and we've been eating it for breakfast, or most of the time for breakfast, for months now. And in the past, my breakfasts were always about variety, for a couple different reasons. So Carrie says the seasoning that's on here is from Kirkland Organic. It's the Kirkland Organic no salt seasoning from Costco is the seasoning that we use on this. But in the past, I used to have just a variety of things for breakfast, and it was a variety of things for a couple reasons. One would be because I would go to fast food restaurants and I would get multiple breakfast items. I would get an English muffin sandwich and a biscuit sandwich. Breakfast was probably the worst part of my diet when it came to eating just ridiculous. Jane says she uses that too. It's a great seasoning. It is. It's really great. But yeah, so when I think about breakfast, like, and the fast food, because that was really, I would do that every morning, is I would tell Carrie, don't worry about making me breakfast. I'll get it on my way into work. And I would go, and if they had a sausage item for breakfast, I would get that. And sometimes they would have it on a bagel or on an English muffin or on a biscuit. And I would get one of each sometimes, just to get the spectrum of types of bread that they offered. Or if they had different types of meat, like some places would have sausage, or other places would have, you could get steak in like your burrito or on your breakfast sandwich, or chicken on a breakfast sandwich. I would get that as well. And so I would eat a variety of items every time I went to the fast food. But then throughout the week, I would eat a variety because I would go to different fast food restaurants every morning. So one morning I would go to Burger King. The next morning I'd be at McDonald's. The next morning I'd be at Taco Bell. The next morning I'd be at Wendy's, because I had it in my head that I didn't want these people to, these people that worked at the fast food restaurants to think that I was getting fast food every morning. Or I didn't want to become a regular at the places. And I was a regular at all of these places. There's probably many people that have lost their job because I'm no longer buying food at these fast food restaurants, and they can't afford to keep paying these people when I'm not going there spending between $10 and $15 for breakfast, which is a lot of money to spend at these locations, especially at a place like Taco Bell. Carrie says that the Kirkland Organic No Salt Seasoning never runs out. Yes, it's a large container. It doesn't take a ton of seasoning to add that flavor that you need, and it's really a great to have that to just put on things to give us those extra flavors. So yeah, but anyways, in the past I've done these diets where I get kind of into a routine and I eat the exact same thing for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or I skip breakfast and eat the same things for lunch and dinner. Let me know if the stream is being fidgety. I'm getting a lot of activity on the screen I monitor it on. It looks like it's choppy. But with this diet, we have a variety for our dinner. That would be, I think, what helps is that we aren't eating the same thing every single night. I do end up having kind of Ezekiel bread quite often, or having shredded wheat with raisins, but we have these amazing dinner dinner dishes like this, or the other one from yesterday. I really like this from yesterday's, but we just have a variety. It's not always the same thing, or else we'll have the salad like we had a couple nights ago. So we get a variety at dinner. But for breakfast, we kind of stick to the same thing. It's either this, or sometimes Carrie will make waffles, and we'll have waffles for breakfast, just depending on, especially if we have kids, like the kids have friends over, we make them the waffles. So it's something that's kind of like a normal breakfast item. Our kids usually have toast in the morning. They'll have they had Cheerios this morning, I think. Carrie says it is choppy right now. Yeah. Let me see if this tells me anything. It just says it's not maintaining. Well, hopefully it starts to get a little bit better here. I'm not sure if it's going to get better or not. It's always frustrating because that's what happens when you go live. You just have these weird things happen, like your video is set to private so nobody can hear you, or your internet connection goes to crap, or all kinds of different things. Let me go back here, and the thing, it doesn't tell me. A lot of times it tells me like if I'm having frames dropped or something, and it's not saying that. Now it says excellent connection. So hopefully that means that whatever hiccup was going on in the internet has worked itself out. So that was the food that I've had since yesterday. I feel like I've had a lot of food, but overall I am I'm feeling good. It's Feel Good Friday, right? Getting ready for the weekend here. And I do feel very, very good right now. I've been really on diet here for, since my birthday. And every time I get to the point where I'm, 2-3 weeks in, I do feel awesome. And I always sit there and go, why did I screw up doing it? Easter, I had the same thing happen where I just make small choices that aren't the best choice for me, and it has this lasting effect. But then I always, I don't know. I always forget, you convince yourself to eat the crap, or you convince yourself to eat something that's off plan. And now you say no voice at all. Oh my. I'm getting all kinds of different things here, and I wish I knew what the deal was. I could do this real quick, and it might tell me more information. but it's going to annoy me that Carrie's saying that she can hear me, so you might be something where you have to refresh your browser to see if that is working. But I'm just going to check my internet connection here real quick. It looks like my download speed's doing great. Upload is a little bit slower than it normally is, so it must have something to do with my upload speed. And it says it's not getting enough information to maintain a smooth stream. So frustrating. Well, I'm going to power through it because sometimes it will fix itself on the back end once everything gets uploaded. I'm feeling pretty good today. I kind of had an interesting comment made about the outfit I'm wearing today, which is funny. But I'm wearing a shirt. It's my Dadzilla shirt, father of the monsters. Yes, now it's bad, of course. And the interesting thing about this shirt for me is that this is a shirt that I was given as like a Father's Day gift or a birthday gift a few years ago. And I believe it's a 4X shirt. And it didn't fit great at the time. It fit okay. But it wasn't an amazing fitting shirt. And so I didn't wear it a whole lot. And it kind of sat in my dresser and would kind of come out on occasion, or I would wear it as an undershirt. And now, since I've started this diet, I've lost a ton of weight. And this shirt is kind of in a position where it went from being too small to now it's too big. And I have a bunch of clothing in my wardrobe that is that way. And then the pants I'm wearing are actually pants that I had purchased and worn 9 years ago when I was at my lowest weight. And it's since that I can remember in a long time. And I've got those back out because I didn't have any pants that fit me. And I really don't want to go out and invest in a bunch of new clothing, because I'm going to hopefully lose, I'm going to lose another 80 pounds. So everything that I'm wearing right now is also going to be too big for me to wear in the future. So, I don't know what I should do here. Because it's just frustrating that it's doing this. I don't know if I can do anything to fix it on my end. He says I must have ticked off the YouTube gods because it is cutting out a lot. Yes. The only thing I could do is to restart. Now Jane says I'm good. So wherever internet Jane's getting and Carrie is getting on opposite ends, because every time Carrie says it's good on her end, it's bad on Jane's, and then vice versa. And so hopefully it works itself out. Like I said, sometimes YouTube fixes it at the end and the video isn't extremely choppy on the replay. If it is, I guess I'll have to delete it and just live with it. Well, I was hoping to talk to you guys about what your plans were for the weekend. I'd love to hear what you guys got going on this weekend. If you have an event coming up this weekend, food is going to be present. What are you doing to make it so you can stay on your diet and make it easier to stay on your diet than to eat the food that's at the event, or find, do you know if that event's going to have food that works for you as well? So, but I'd love to hear how you guys are doing. Carrie says that, yes, we live in the boonies, so she sometimes assumes it's just her and it is better now. Yeah, how frustrating. I'm sure I lost a bunch of viewers because it's, and It's really frustrating to see it on my screen that I monitor, or the window that I monitored. That's just my brain not working. That has nothing to do with the stream skipping. That I watch the window that I monitor my stream on is cutting out, and it's jumping around, and it's telling me all these things, and it's frustrating. So maybe this is still going. Maybe this will help if I don't have this going anymore. It's not going anymore. So that wasn't it at all. But yeah, I'd love to hear what you guys got going on this weekend. We don't have anything huge planned this weekend. I do want to get out. There's a couple things I want to do. My son has been bugging me about going and seeing the new Marvel movie with him. So I might try to get out and go see the new Marvel movie with him some point this weekend. I also would love to get out and ride the bike a little bit. And we had bought him a bike last year that he hasn't had a chance to ride much, that I'd like to get out with him and ride the bike. So maybe we can make a day of it where we go and ride bike and that stuff. I got a call coming in that I probably got to take. So I'm going to get out of here, guys. I'm sorry, I'm going to be quick about this, but I got to take this call. And you guys have a good weekend, but I really have to take this call. I could maybe do